Polar and non-polar molecules. Polar and non-polar covalent bonds. Before starting the lecture, click on the subscribe button and get access to our 100 of conceptual lectures for free. Firstly, let me teach you about polar covalent bond and non-polar covalent bond. A covalent bond is said to be polar if electrons are unequally shared, while a covalent bond is said to be non-polar if electrons are equally shared. For example, consider hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen atom and chlorine atom forms a covalent bond by sharing one pair of electrons. Now listen carefully. Fluorine atom is more electronegative than hydrogen. It means that fluorine atom pulls the shared pair of electrons more towards itself than hydrogen. Due to this, electronic cloud tilt more towards fluorine atom than hydrogen. As a result, partially negative charge appears on fluorine atom and partially positive charge appears on hydrogen atom. Therefore, we say that the bond between hydrogen and fluorine is polar because this molecule has positive pole and negative pole. Now consider a chlorine molecule. Chlorine atom forms a covalent bond with other chlorine atom by sharing one pair of electrons. Both the chlorine atoms pull the shared pair of electrons equally on either side. It is because atoms are the same on either side, so the electronic cloud remains in between. As a result, no partial negative and positive charge appears on either side. Therefore, the bond between these two chlorine atoms is a non-polar because this molecule doesn't have positive pole and negative pole. Now, how can we tell if a molecule is polar or non-polar? There are two factors that determine the polarity of a molecule. The first factor is electronegativity difference and the second factor is net dipole moment. If electronegativity difference is greater than 0.5, we call it a polar bond. If electronegativity difference is smaller than 0.5, we call it a non-polar bond. For example, consider a molecule of HCl. The electronegativity of chlorine is 3.0 and the electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. When we calculate the electronegativity difference between hydrogen and chlorine, we get 0.9. 0.9 is greater than 0.5. So partial negative charge appears on chlorine and partial positive charge appears on hydrogen. Hence, we say that it is a polar molecule due to positive pole and negative pole. Here, consider a molecule of chlorine gas. The electronegativity of a single chlorine atom is 3.0. If we find the electronegativity difference between these same chlorine atoms, we get 0. This electronegativity difference is smaller than 0.5. So it is a non-polar bond. Therefore, we say that chlorine molecule is a non-polar molecule. From this example, we learn that if molecules are made up of one type of atoms, they are non-polar molecules, like molecules of nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, bromine, iodine, etc. Now let me give you some difficult examples of polar and non-polar molecules. Are hydrocarbons are polar or non-polar molecules? Well, hydrocarbons mean molecules only made up of carbon and hydrogen atoms, like methane, ethane, propane, etc. Firstly, we check the polarity of carbon and hydrogen bond. The electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1 and the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5. When we calculate the electronegativity difference between these two atoms, we get 0.4. It is less than 0.5. So the carbon and hydrogen bond is non-polar. Therefore, we say that all hydrocarbons like methane, ethane and propane are non-polar molecules because the bond between carbon and hydrogen is non-polar. Now what about the polarity of carbon dioxide and water? The structure of carbon dioxide is linear and the structure of water is bent. Here, the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5 and the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5. The electronegativity difference between them is 1, so the bond is polar. As a result of this, partially negative charge appears on oxygen atom and partially positive charge appears on carbon atom. What about the dipole moment of this molecule? Well, the dipole moment is basically like an arrow that starts from the atom partially positively charged and points towards partially negatively charged atom. Remember that dipole moment is a vector quantity. According to the electronegativity difference, oxygen on either side are partially negatively charged and carbon is partially positively charged. So the dipole moment points toward oxygen on either side. The net dipole moment of carbon dioxide molecule is 0 because the shear pair of electrons are equally pulled by the oxygen atoms on either side. Therefore, carbon dioxide is overall a non-polar molecule. So remember that the bond between carbon and hydrogen is polar, but the net dipole moment is 0. Let me repeat it. The bond between carbon and hydrogen is polar, but the net dipole moment is 0. Hence, carbon dioxide is a non-polar molecule. In the case of water, firstly, we will find the polarity of oxygen and hydrogen bond. The electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1 and the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.0. When we calculate its electronegativity difference, we get 0.9. 0.9 is greater than 0.5. So the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is polar. Due to this, partially negative charge appears on oxygen and partially positive charge appears on hydrogen. What about the dipole moment of this molecule? Well, the dipole moment, being an arrow, starts from hydrogen and points towards oxygen. Here, the net dipole moment is in the vertical direction or in y direction. So the net dipole moment of water is not 0. So we say that this molecule or water molecule is a polar molecule. Because the carbon and hydrogen bond is polar, also the net dipole moment of water molecule is not 0. Therefore, note it down, if the bond is polar but the net dipole moment is 0, it is a non-polar molecule like carbon dioxide. Secondly, if the bond is polar but the net dipole moment is not 0, it is a polar molecule like water. This was all about polar and non-polar molecules.